Hello guys and welcome back. So as you can tell of this video, I'm going to be talking about toxic friends, a toxic friend that I had to deal with and how I got out of that friendship. Before I talk about this and how I got out of it, I'm telling you guys this so that if you're in a toxic friendship or you have a toxic friend, I can help you get out of it, because it was hard for me, and I watched a video of a girl talking about her toxic friendship and how she got out of it, and it helped me. I'm not shading this person because I have no reason to. I stopped being friends with them. I'm not shading them. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to call them out. I'm just being honest with you guys. The whole reason of me telling the story is to help you guys get out of it if you're in it, and just to spread the word, to let people know that it's something that people go through all the time. There's toxic people out there, and it'll just help you guys, know what to look out for, when you start to be around other people and friends. We became friends around 7th grade. That's when I had first met her. It was a girl, and it was cool when we first met, and everything is great. Everything was great. We were having a good time, always hanging out. I was always at her house. We talked to each other every single day. We were always together, always having a good time. After 7th grade, I noticed things kind of started to change. I started to see like another side of her, I guess you could say. I started to realize a lot of things about her, and she changed. I mean, we all change, but things just took a big turn, and our friendship was kind of rocky. We were constantly on and off. One minute we were friends, one minute we weren't. Like, she would really get on my nerves, and she just really started getting under my skin. But I was like, whatever, friends have fights. But I also started to become depressed, and I was just so unhappy with myself. And she was kind of depressed too. She wasn't really happy with herself. So we were both just unhappy, miserable people. It was just, I don't know, our friendship was just so on and off. And it's crazy because after a year of being friends with her, I literally would come home to my mom every single day just complaining about how much she got on my nerves. And I literally would say, I wish I never met this girl. And I know that's rude to say, but that's truthfully how I felt. The friendship took such a turn, and things just became so negative, and it was just so awful, and it was just so bad. And I didn't really know what to do and how to get out of it, because not only was I young, I was only in 8th grade. I was young, I was depressed, I was unhappy with myself, and I felt like she was my only friend. I felt like if I stopped being friends with her, I didn't have any other friends. I wouldn't have anyone to talk to, and I didn't want to be alone. It was more of us not being friends, on and off friendship, getting into arguments, and I would get so mad at her that I couldn't even tell her why I was mad at her. I would just ignore her. I admit it, I would just stop talking to her and just ignore her, and then when I wanted to be bothered with her, I would bother with her again. Wouldn't really even tell her why I was mad at her, because I was just like, oh, whatever. But then I had to tell myself, I was like, I need to stop just doing this, because this is not gonna work. And I was always constantly trying to end the friendship, not because I wanted to hurt her, no, because I wanted to get out of it. It was just awful. She was a really mean, spiteful person. She didn't make me feel good about myself. She wanted to see me upset. When I started getting myself together and started to become happier with myself, I started to realize that me being happy was not something she wanted to see. It starts with yourself. When you're in a situation like that, you don't realize it when you're unhappy with yourself, because you're just so miserable, and you just feel like you just need that person. Kind of like when you're in a relationship with someone, you don't want to break up with them even if they're treating you bad, because you feel like you need them. That made me so sad, because I really didn't have any other friends. Anytime I was really talking to friends with other people, it seemed to kind of bother her. It was like she could have other friends, but I couldn't, and it wasn't cool. It was a lot. But let me get back to what I was saying. Yeah, so I started to get myself together around 10th grade-ish, because over 9th grade summer I was really depressed because of her. Actually, yeah, when we were going into 10th grade that summer, I was really depressed because she had texted me saying that, because she's the type of person who she used to talk about, she still does, she talks about all her friends, and when I was friends with her, she would talk about all her friends, talk all this bad stuff about them to me, and me not really thinking anything of it. Then I started thinking oh, well, if she's talking about them and still being friends with them, then I'm pretty sure she talks about me to them. So I'm like, okay, this girl is fake. And then I was like, I definitely have to get out of this. And 10th grade summer, she had texted me, it was end of 9th grade, she had texted me, and she was like, the reason I haven't texted you, it was 2 weeks once the summer started. She was like, the reason I haven't texted you was because I felt like, you always, because there was this girl that I was kind of friends with, but on and off, this one girl I became friends with. She's not in school anymore. She left after, I think it was 10th grade. I'm not sure, but she didn't like me being friends with the girl, and the girl and I became friends, some other girl, and I was like, wow, this girl's really cool. It's nice to have another friend besides this one friend that I had. And she didn't like it, so she was like, she was basically trying to control my life, trying to tell me like, you shouldn't be friends with her, whatever. And I would start to like notice these flaws with the friendship that I had with the girl, but there really weren't any flaws with that other friendship. She just was making me think there were. So I like got mad at that girl and like ignored her and would stop being friends with her because she made me feel like there was so much wrong with that girl when there really wasn't. There wasn't any problems that I had with that girl or whatever. I don't even know. It's kind of messy. I don't know if you guys understood, but yeah. So I stopped being friends with that girl, and I guess she felt like I was talking about the other way around. She's the one that talks about everyone, so I'm pretty sure she talks about me, but I never said anything about it because I always felt, you know, like I just needed her in my life. I felt like that's my only friend, you know, because we were best friends. So I was like, best friends go through this, it's just a phase. That's how I was looking at it. I didn't realize that this was just an evil, toxic person in my life that I had to get rid of. And then after that, it was just like an argument through text. I just like blew up on her. I was like, you know what, whatever and stuff. And then like a week or so later after I texted her apologizing because I felt bad. Every time I had ended the friendship or like got mad at her or something, I would always text her because I always felt bad. So I was like, no, I can't do this. I feel bad. I have to text her and apologize because she's my only friend. I like having drama with anyone. So I texted her, and then she came off kind of sarcastic. So I was just like, all right, she obviously doesn't want to be bothered, whatever. And then I was like, you know what, this is honestly, maybe this is good because us being friends doesn't seem to work. That whole summer I was just depressed, probably cried about almost every day. I was severely depressed, really unhappy. I hated life and stuff. And then at the end of the summer, she texted me wanting to be my friend, which was no surprise because of course she wanted to be bothered with me at school because we go to school to each other. So she felt like maybe she had to be bothered with me. So I was like, all right, whatever, not thinking of it. And then great, I think I started my YouTube channel. I've been on YouTube for a year. I know I started the day of her birthday, no shade, because I didn't want to go to her birthday party because I was trying to like distance myself. So I skipped her birthday party to film my first YouTube video. But I wasn't sure if it was 10th grade summer or it wasn't this past summer, never mind. Yeah, it was 10th grade summer. We're supposed to start a YouTube channel together, but we didn't because I don't know why. We were like going to start it and it just like never happened. And I was like, you know what? I want to start this channel. I'm going to start this channel. I want to do YouTube. YouTube is something I had always wanted to do. I was so excited the first day I filmed. I didn't even feel bad for missing her birthday party because I was like, she's an awful person to me. Like, me missing her birthday party, that's nothing or whatever, honestly. And I wasn't doing it out of shade. I was doing it because I wanted to do something that I'm passionate about. So I did my video and then like I uploaded it the next day. Junior year, people would be like, oh my god, your YouTube channel is so cool. They would compliment me. And she would just have like such an attitude when people would talk about the channel around me. Like people would talk about my channel around her, I mean, and she would just, I don't know, she would just have such a problem with it when on channel. If I asked for video ideas, it was just like the vibe just got so like, you know, it was just a really negative vibe. So I was like, oh, okay. So then I had to prove to myself. So I just had started talking about my YouTube channel, not trying to make her jealous, I needed to prove to myself that it really bothered her. I wanted to, you know for sure. And I talked about it one time, I think at lunch with her, and it was just kind of just awkward. She didn't, like, she had gave me an idea, but it wasn't, it was just like the vibe was just so awkward. I could tell she wasn't like, she couldn't ever be happy or proud of me about anything. So I was like, all right, it seems to bother her. And then the other girl that I was friends with at the time noticed it too. She was like, you know, I noticed, she kind of just noticed all the flaws in our friendship and how she could never be happy for me and it was always about her. And I was like, all right, if someone else is noticing this, something has to be done. So junior year, we were kind of like distant, you know, we started to go apart, and then we would have days when we were like really close and stuff. But as time went on, we really did like start to separate from each other. We were really distant after a while, and I was so happy about it because I had been trying to stop this friendship, and the ways that I did it were wrong. Just stopping it and just saying I want to end it, no. And then I was like, maybe I should just maybe call her up and maybe we could meet somewhere and talk about it. And I was like, no, I'd rather us just distant apart. So then that's what I do. I just started talking with other people, being friends with other people. Started, like, YouTube helps me. So I just started doing things that I was really into. Started focusing on myself, getting myself together, because I knew that friendship was toxic and I had to get out of it. And honestly, now we don't even talk to each other. People even say to me all the time, they're like, wow, you seem like you don't have such a chip on your shoulder. And I'm just like, yeah, because I eliminated negativity out of my life, and people don't even realize when you eliminate negativity out of your life, you do become happier. Life becomes easier, and It's just better. It's just something that you have to do for yourself. And I'm glad that I finally realized. I wish it didn't take me all those years, but I did eventually, and things are a lot better now, honestly. I'm not mad about what I did. I don't hate her. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really like her. That's why I stopped being friends with her, but like, it's done and over with. No drama, nothing. I keep peace with everybody. So I was in a toxic friendship and I got out of it, and life is better now. So, like I said, no shade towards her. I'm just being honest with you guys, telling you guys the truth, letting you guys know everything that happened. I kind of summed up everything. Best thing to do if you're in a toxic friendship, to slowly die things down. Slowly stop texting them, slowly stop hanging out with them. If you guys go to school, like her and I go to school together, honestly, I just don't pay her any attention. I really ignore her. The only time I really did acknowledge her was when she tried to start a rumor. That's why I had to confront her and let her know. And if you do hear the person saying things about you, confront them. Don't just, oh, I'm gonna go punch her. No, confront them and let them know, like, this is not happening. You're not gonna start rumors. Leave me alone. We're not friends anymore. Why are you even, bothering with me? Just, just confront it and shut it down. Don't let it kill your mood, because I definitely didn't let it kill my mood. Don't let the person get to you. Just honestly erase them from your life, and it's not that easy. It took a while, but and I think that's the most peaceful way to do it, to get out. Don't be naive like I was, thinking that without them you're like nothing, because that's not true, because that's what I thought. And look, I started a YouTube channel. I have good friends now. I met one of my best friends online. Life is just better, and life is just continues to get better once you eliminate all the negativity out of your life. And that's not a myth, that is a fact, because it happens for me. And if any of you guys are going through this, you can get through it, trust me. I hope that my video will help. But thank you guys for watching. I will see all of you next week, and yeah.